Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. We are going to make the most fun recipe today, a pumpkin spice bundt cake, but the easy way. I just think it's fun to have something like this because, during the holiday season, you can have this as a great dessert for if you do anything festive on Halloween, just having your neighbors in for chili. But this would be a great recipe for dessert for that. So anyway, I hope y'all are doing great. The weather's getting cool. That's why I thought it'd be so much fun to do this recipe. So here are the ingredients. 4 eggs, 1 can of pumpkin, a half a cup of sugar, a half a cup of cooking oil, 1/4 of a cup of water, and a spice cake mix. Now, if you don't have a spice cake mix and you want to use a yellow cake mix, that's fine. Just add some pumpkin pie spice. So here we go. We're going to beat our eggs first. Okay. And really, when you're making a cake like this, cakes are, how whenever you're making biscuits, anything you bake like this, you don't want to just beat it to death. You want to beat it together, with the ingredients together, of course, and then put it in your pan to bake because it gets tough. So there's our half a cup of sugar, our can of pumpkin. See if I can get it out. I know there's all kind of tricks to get these. I should have just gotten it out and put it in a bowl, huh? But I didn't, I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of tricks to doing these things, and Charlotte has a great trick. I can't remember what it is though. Of course I'm getting it everywhere, but it's just a little dollop. I'll tell you what I'll do. Now I got it to the point where I can get it with a spoon. And make sure that you get canned pumpkin and not pumpkin pie filling. There's a difference, and so it'll be really different in your recipe. So pay attention to that. Okay, finally, y'all. I got it out, yay! Okay, now we're gonna add let me get this off the thing. Now we're gonna add our cake mix. I was gonna tell you though about pumpkin pie spice. I used to make it and sell it whenever I go to and do my book signings. And by the way, y'all, I'm going to be in Louisiana in November, so y'all come and see me. I'll be at Little Eva's, and I'm going to be at a grocery store in Metairie. I'm really excited. So they're going to carry my books just in time for Christmas shopping. Okay, so that was half a cup of oil and 1/4 cup of water. Anyway, so you can use pumpkin pie spice in a lot of different things. In your pies, you can add a little bit of it to make the pies just super yummy and flavorful. So what you can do is, instead of buying a jar that you'll use about 1/4 of, just make some and keep it the whole season. Okay, so now here is our oh my gosh, y'all, this cake is gorgeous. Very beautiful cake. Look at this batter. It smells like fall, y'all. My kitchen's gonna smell so good whenever it's baking. Okay, I have prepared my bundt pan. I use that Baker's Joy spray, y'all. It's just so much easier, and it does a great job. Now, another fun thing we're going to do for this cake is we're going to add a cream cheese drizzle. And it's a little different than any that you've ever used before, I think. We're going to make it in a minute. I'll show you how to make it. And then before you drizzle it on, you actually heat it up a little bit. And so then to make the drizzle really nice and soft. But it's going to be so yummy, just like these yummy cakes that have cream cheese icing, but it'll be a drizzle. So it'll be, oh my gosh, oh, this smells so good. Oh my goodness. I cannot wait for this to be baked. I'm gonna bring it to Charlene because she's having company tonight. One of Nico's little friends and his parents are coming over. So it'll be a great dessert. I'm sure they're gonna cook out. It's so pretty. It'll be a great dessert for them. Okay, so here it is in our pan. Got it all over my hands. I'm a very messy cooker. A little trick is to, if you need to get your cake batter down in the thing, just kind of hit it like that. Okay, it's going in the oven for about 50 minutes at 350, and we'll be back to show you our beautiful pumpkin bundt cake. Okay, y'all, here's how we make this delicious cream cheese drizzle for any kind of cake. We're going to use it today on our pumpkin spice cake. So the ingredients are 3 ounces of cream cheese, 2 tablespoons of butter, and I was going to show you how you measure, how easy it is to measure cream cheese. On the package, it has the ounces, so then you can just cut it down. And then we're gonna add, I think I'm gonna cream these together really well. You notice I changed bowls because this recipe needs a smaller bowl. So I'm just gonna use my little hand mixer. Let me cream these together. I love this because I think it's a great addition to a pumpkin flavor. Or if you had a red velvet bundt cake, it would just be perfect. In fact, I might make that for Christmas. Okay, so I've mixed these two together really well. See? And then we're gonna add 1.5 cups of powdered sugar. So here's 1/2 cup. Don't go everywhere, y'all. I should have worn an apron this morning making that cake because I got it all over me. It's okay. I'm used to that. Okay, there's a half. Let's do another half and see how thick that is to make sure we want to add that much cream, that much powdered sugar. We'll see. Whoa, Lord have mercy. Okay, now we're gonna add some vanilla, about a teaspoon of vanilla. Okay, now this looks like a frosting because really it's the ingredients for a frosting. I'm gonna add just a touch of milk to it, which you would do for normal drizzle. It's pretty done it wrong. Okay, I don't think I'm gonna add the extra 1/2 cup of confectioner's sugar. Now this is the drizzle, and what they suggested was that you heat it before you drizzle it on. So we will do that after we get our cake out of the oven. I'm gonna give it a taste to see if that's the right amount of sugar. Now, you know, I added just whole milk. But you can add whatever liquid y'all like. You can add like a cream soda and it gives it a whole different little flavor. It's really good, y'all. Okay, so it's gonna be a pretty drizzle. See? I'll heat it up just a little bit like they suggested. But I kind of like drizzles to be a little bit firmer. And actually, if I added just a little bit more milk, which I might do, and to it, it would drizzle perfectly, and we wouldn't have to heat it up. So let me do that. Let's add just a little bit more, and I didn't measure it whenever I put it in there because I didn't know I was going to do this, but I would say maybe 1/4 cup tops. Let's start out with a tablespoon. I hope y'all are doing great. We're having a lot of fun with all these recipes, aren't we? Okay, y'all, look at this. Perfect consistency. So I won't have to heat it up. So I'll just keep it like this. The cake's in the oven baking, and we'll be back. But if you just want this recipe, this is cream cheese drizzle for your cakes. And y'all, I'm just telling you, it is so yummy. Okay, y'all, here is our beautiful cake. Pumpkin spice bundt cake. And so I'm drizzling on this cream cheese drizzle. And it's still kind of hot. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to cut it or not, but we'll see. I think this cream cheese drizzle is going to be one of my very favorite things moving forward, because there are a lot of cakes that taste better with a little bit of cream cheese because of the tanginess of it. And but you know, and now you can make them as a bundt cake, just change a few of the ingredients, and then you'll have this little bit of frosting, not much, but just enough, and it will be yummy. So the cake is still really hot. I just whipped it out, but look how pretty it came out, just perfectly. And I'll cut it and show y'all a piece though, once it cools off just a little bit. So here you go, y'all. Pumpkin spice bundt cake with cream cheese drizzle. Bon appetit, y'all.